All right, here we go. Another stream of Outer Wilds. And let's see here. This is the controller. I still have all these. I should put away these controllers that have broken shoulder buttons. Well, they're not broken, but they're not consistent. All right, here we go. Hopping right into this game. We are in a time loop. We are part of this four-eyed species of guys that have somewhat recently invented space travel. I feel like we're probably a few generations into our space age, in kind of a small solar system. And there's a lot of ruins and stuff left behind by these ancient people called the Nomai. I mean, hold on, let's summarize what we know so far, because I think this might be the stream where I beat the game. So let's take a step back, look over some of what we know. We start everything from Timberhearth. These things are like kind of grouped. This is where we live, right? Village. The one and only Hearthian village. Yeah, we're Hearthians. We live on Timberhearth. Nice foresty planet. And very early on, my character saw a statue that was left behind by the Nomai, very advanced spacefaring people that came from another solar system. And that statue is what has put me in the time loop. Every 22 minutes or so, this the solar system gets exploded by the sun going supernova. And everything seems to revolve around this thing called the Eye of the Universe, which is some sort of large astral body. I think this is paused while I'm in here. Yeah, I have it set to pause while I'm in here. It's growing a crop of trees at their camp. Yeah, we're going trees on the moon. There's a guy called Esker that kind of lives there. How did I find out about the Dark Bramble Seed from the Lunar Lookout? Is that right? Yeah, the Dark Bramble is sort of a corrupting force that destroyed a planet. I don't think we actually know much about the planet that got destroyed. The planet might be the Eye of the Universe. I feel like there's a couple things that point in that direction. Feldspar is alive. Camping inside a huge anglerfish skeleton. Oh yeah, so in Dark Bramble, one of my people, one of the Outer Wilds, I forget what they're called, Outer Wilds Ventures crew members, Feldspar, he got sucked into Dark Bramble, which is sort of all these like weird wormholes that connect to each other. And he taught me about jellyfish. I did a bit of a sequence break because I did this very, very early. And I mean, you're allowed to do this, but it's sort of uncommon, the order that I did things in. Because you're supposed to have to sneak past some anglerfish to get to this guy, but I think I just got lucky. I didn't run into any anglerfish. And they're very, very deadly. There's giant floating anglerfish that live in this Dark Bramble wormhole maze. Let's see, what else have we learned? Yeah, the Nomai came here because they wanted to find something called the Eye of the Universe. They got a signal from something, and they were very intrigued because that something seemed to be older than the universe itself. And they were also looking for a solution to the problem of the universe dying, like all the stars going out, and I don't think we actually know a lot about that. We know that our star goes supernova every 22 minutes, and then we go 22 minutes back in time. So I guess it only goes supernova once, but you know what I mean? We also know a little bit about the mechanics of the time loop. Wait, first let's... Biggest Timberhearth's only archaeologist. Came to space to explore. They overcame their fear of space to explore Brittle Hollow's treasure trove of Nomai culture. Yeah, there's this other planet, Brittle Hollow, that is like a crust surrounded by... It's like a very brittle crust surrounding a black hole, which seems to have been made there by the Nomai using something called a black hole forge, which was part of some big, complicated project that they set in motion. The Nomai are, with like one exception, they seem to all be dead. There's like one Nomai that is alive on something called the Quantum Moon, which is a moon that I think originally orbited the eye of the universe, and apparently is supposed to have some similar qualities. The quantum moon is weird because it, like all quantum objects, if you look at it, it'll move, but it won't move while you're looking at it, if that makes sense. Like, if you look at it and then look away and then look back, it'll be gone. We'll probably see a lot more of that when I am actually playing. What is it? So they made a more sensitive... Okay, so they came here... Let's go in chronological order, actually, instead of just physical order space on the thing. So the vessel is basically where all this started. This is before any of the Hearthians existed. There were some, like, fish creatures that lived on this planet that probably evolved into us because they have 4 eyes, and the game, it emphasizes that. But let's see. So yeah, there's a derelict Nomai vessel deep at Dark Bramble, and that was how all of the Nomai arrived in the star system after they got that signal from the Eye of the Universe, and I think that might be where we learned that the universe is dying. Yeah, well, vessel's warp core is long dead, so they use a warp core to do interstellar travel, right? There is an input device that you could put in coordinates. I think I have the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. I mean, it's setting it up that finding the Eye of the Universe is how you beat the game, right? And I think I can do that as soon as I get a warp core. But yeah, the vessel's warp core that they use to get into the star system is dead. So yeah, right at the beginning of our timeline, Nomai... Well, I guess the very beginning is the Eye of the Universe coming into existence. It's the oldest thing in the universe, but I suspect there's time travel shenanigans there. Anyway, vessel's outgoing message system broke during the crash, but they could still hear messages from other Nomai vessels. They're regrouping in response to the impending death of the universe. Yeah, all the stars are very suddenly going out, and I think we're going to learn more about the cause and effect of all the weird things that are happening. I feel like we've almost got all the pieces, but not quite. I think there's also a lot of red herrings about why the sun goes supernova. Like, at one point it seemed like it might be the sun station, but apparently you could see all the other stars going out around the same time. And this is actually one of the last ones to go out, is the one in this star system. So yeah, there was an escape pod. There were 3 escape pods launched from the vessel. One of them got stuck in Dark Bramble, and they basically all died trying to get back to the vessel. Just because, like, yeah, the escape pod ended up in a very bad place. It got caught, like, in a seed. On one of the 2 vessels begins to a small Dark Bramble seed where they couldn't go no further. So escape pod 3 was the most unfortunate. And then escape pods 1 and 2 got to... Where did they go? All these pods... Why does escape pod 1 not tell me where it went? Old settlement? Wait, which planet is this on? Brittle Hollow. Okay, yeah, so they landed on this planet, the one where they ended up building a black hole in the center. How do I go back to rumor mode? Yeah. So yeah, they went to Brittle Hollow. They made an observatory on the south of it, and they built the Orbital Probe Cannon. This is a very important device. This is one of their attempts to find the Eye of the Universe. And this, I think, is the one that ended up actually succeeding. There were a couple failed attempts. There was, like, one on the North Pole of... where is it? I feel like there was one on the moon, actually. Was there one on the moon? Like, the moon of this planet? Yeah, these murals basically show what happens. The vessel got the signal from the Eye of the Universe, came here, got eaten by the thorns, and then sent out escape pods. One of them didn't make it. That's escape pod 3. The other 2... Oh, you can see it here. One made it to Brittle Hollow. I think that's the... Which one of these is the Ash Twin? And these 2 planets are the Ash Twin and the Ember Twin. I forget which one. It's on the Ember Twin. I remember now. That's where the whole city got built. All 3. So yeah, the Sunless City, which was made underground in the Ember Twin. And so they wanted to power the Ash Twin project. They made the Sun Station. There were arguments about it. They're saying if there's an issue with the Sun Station, it could destroy the entire solar system. And I think that might be a bit of a red herring as to why the solar system is getting destroyed. Because, like I said, it doesn't explain why all the other stars go out. There's a lot of supernovae. Yeah, unusually high number of supernovae have been spotted lately. Several large Nomai towers. Vital station was used as a model for these towers, which were built. This seems like a clue as to how I get in. These two question marks are like the big things that I have left, and I think the sun station is where I'm going to find my energy core, and I've tried to get there by landing on it. I've not succeeded after many attempts. Yeah, we learned how the stepping on the warp platform during the active window will warp you. I still don't really know how I'm getting there. But anyway, yeah, they made 2 attempts to detect the Eye of the Universe. I forget exactly where they were. One of them, it wasn't the Southern Observatory. It was like the Lunar Lookout, maybe? No. Eye Signal Locator. Yeah. They made this device somewhere. Oh, on Brittle Hollow. That makes sense, because that was one of the 2 places they crashed. And it didn't work. They made a more sensitive one, and that didn't work either. So then I mean, there were a few discoveries. They did some experiments with white holes and black holes. They made something called White Hole Station, which was connected to the black hole at the center of the Black Hole Forge. So you could go through this black hole and you come out a white hole in the middle of space, and they built White Hole Station there. And then they took some measurements and found that you actually come out of the white hole before you go into the black hole. So briefly, you're in 2 places at the same time. And they were like, well, could we like extend this effect to create time travel? And it turned out they could time travel. So then they came up with the Ash Twin project, which achieves a few things. For one thing, it basically backs up their minds in case they die, which I imagine is probably something that they wanted for. Wait, what is this? Ash Twin, designed for towers and Ash Twins. Wait, each one warps to a different planet. The sun is not actually a planet. This is probably another clue as to how I get into the core of the Ash Twin. So they have teleportation with white holes and black holes. The teleportation also allows for time travel, even though it was originally a very minuscule difference. Then they made the sun station to generate a huge amount of power, and then I think there's another part of it too. Yeah, they made another energy core, because the core from the original, or a warp core, I guess it's the same thing. It's just something that produces a massive amount of energy. And they were going to use that to power the Ash Twin project. And the Ash Twin project had something to do with extending that, like, originally a couple milliseconds window where you come out of the white hole before you go to the black hole. And they said they got it up to about 22 minutes, which is about how long each of these time loop cycles are that I'm in. And I'm paired with one of these statues. Where are the statues? We learned how the statues work somewhere in... It's mostly in Ocean's Deep, isn't it? Which is probably where I'm going to go first. Where's the statue? Statue Island? It looks just like the one in our observatory. Can I learn about the one from our observatory? I feel like it was pretty important. I'm sure it should be on here. But yeah, once you're paired with a statue, it's permanently you are paired with the statue. The statue opens its eyes. It never closes them again, and no one else can pair with the statue. So that your consciousness, is it when you die? From your perspective, it's when you die, but I don't know if that's actually what's happening. No, your memories get sent back. Yeah, your memories get sent back. So the Ash Twin sends your memories back in time 22 minutes using these statues that have built in the core of the Ash Twin. But it seems like the Nomais, they didn't actually use that many statues or if they did, the statues somehow lost their memories. Because there's only 3 statues lit up. Oh, hello again, Rotsi. I assume that's how you say your name. I don't know how to say your name. But, yeah, I'm just explaining everything that I understand up to this point. Partly to see if I understand, and partly in case anyone's just tuning in now. Ash Twin Towers. Yeah, so I was saying, like, the Nomai seem to have not been using the statues in order to, like, be immortal. Or maybe they weren't able to, or maybe I don't know why, but the statues, just very few of the statues have their eyes open. I think there's only 3. And 2 of them should be Harthians. One is me, and one is, I forget his name, but the guy that lives on the ocean planet, Giant's Deep. Gabbro? Yeah, Gabbro. Gabbro, I think, is going to be the first guy that I visit once I'm actually playing. Yeah, the statue's eyes started glowing. Gabriel saw their memories flash before their eyes. So there's a diagram somewhere. I feel like it actually should be on here. I think I need to understand this diagram a little bit better since the Ash Twin Project is where I'm trying to get to. Maybe how I get in there is something weird to do with the death loop. Like maybe I could jump out, but I wouldn't have a body in there. It would just be my memories in there. No, that's probably not it. I don't see the diagram on here, but I feel like it's a really important diagram. It shows like there's like a nomai, which is their example of a person, because they don't know any other type of like sapient beings at that time. And then there's an arrow from the nomai to the statue, I think. And then there's an arrow from the statue to the Ash Twin statue that corresponds to it. Because you pair with the statue. I feel like I almost understand it, but now I don't actually understand it. But I don't know how the statue knows when you die. I feel like there's a mix of technologies. I feel like they had to invent a lot of extra new stuff for the statues to make sense. But the fact that your memories get sent back in time 22 minutes seems to have something to do with the black hole, white hole situation. And the 22-minute gets amplified by the Ash Twin Project, which is powered by the Sun Station. I keep getting distracted, but my point is the real reason they made it was for this ingenious idea they had to find the eye of the universe. And it seems like this one actually worked. The statue construction site was on Giant's Deep. Oh, yeah. Did I learn anything there? There's like I don't think I actually paid that much attention to this, but this is probably really important. Oh, yeah, it's pointing right at the Ash Twin Project. Nomai statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send those memories to a storage unit. So yeah, it goes from the nomai to the statue that you make eye contact with, and then that statue pairs to another storage unit within the Ash Twin Project. Each storage unit has a mask, the counterpart, which could then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. Statues were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin Project succeeded or in the event that it failed. Okay. So my statue is activating because the Ash Twin Project is failing. It's like a final defense mechanism for the statue itself, I think, as it's about to get obliterated by the supernova. I don't know what it means by the Ash Twin Project failed. That's either talking about the setup of the statues themselves or the final purpose, which is the orbital probe cannon. So I think I have a prediction about this. I'll find out if this is true. There's a lot of text talking about like memories being like communicated between the Ash Twin Project and the orbital probe cannon. I think the memories have to be like a person, in this case a nomai. I think there was some nomai, and I think I even figured out who it was. Not Malone. Was it Privet? Privet? Pull up receiving. Is it failing? Do we know what the intended result of the project is? I think the final intended result is to find the Eye of the Universe. Presumably, if all of the statues get destroyed, then it's definitely failing. I feel like that's the trigger for my memory getting sent back, because how else would the statues there know that they were? But the final intention was to find the Eye of the Universe. So yeah, I'm predicting that there was a person, like a nomai, that sacrificed themselves by going into the probe that got shot out. Because I don't think the probe was supposed to come back. This person, and I think they actually asked some existential questions about like, oh, is it like me if I go back in time through the Ash Twin Project or whatever? Is that just me surviving? Because I think what happens is their memory gets sent back after the probe gets launched. Because it also says the Ash Twin Project activates if they succeed, right? Where does it say that? Statue Workshop? Once the Ash Twin Project succeeded. So in other words, the memories from... Oh no, it is a sacrifice! I just realized. It's almost always a sacrifice. So the orbital probe cannon, they only had one energy cell. They only managed to make one because it was extremely difficult to make. And that is how they got enough energy to fire the cannon like really, really far. Far enough that the Eye of the Universe could be reachable. Because by this point, they know it's somewhere within the solar system. But that's an incredibly large area for them to search. But if this is able to shoot as far as the edge of the solar system, in theory, if they aimed in the right direction, they could get to the Eye of the Universe. So then what they did was they randomized the direction. They set up this time travel thing to only trigger if this succeeded. And then they just fired the probe, quote unquote, which I think is a Nomai. I think it was a person. It doesn't explicitly say that, but that's my prediction. But they fired it off in that direction. And then no matter what happened, like if it was randomized so that it could have been anywhere, that means across all possible universes, it was everywhere. It was every possible direction. So they basically randomized these coordinates and just like launched in every possible combination of these coordinates. But this is the real one. This is the one that got sent back to the probe module. But there was a bit of a problem where I'm not sure any living Nomai, other than maybe the one that was on the ship, actually got to read these, because this module was at the center of Giant's Deep, beneath like this electric barrier at the core. Like it fell off of this thing, which was in space. And I guess it got sucked down by the gravity of Giant's Deep and sunk all the way to the core. I mean, they kind of tried to figure out how to get down there. I feel like they should have been able to do it. But also we have this idea that maybe the Nomai were made extinct by this thing. There's a comet that goes around. I think it's called the Interloper. And some Nomai were investigating it, and they said the exotic matter is lethal under extreme pressure. If the stone were to rupture, which actually it kind of looks like it did rupture. It looks like it did burst open. There's this stuff called ghost matter, which kills you if you touch it, and it's invisible. And you can kind of tell it's nearby because you see these green crystals, which is, this is in black and white, but this thing was made of green crystals. But this one was safe to get close to because it was covered like this thin layer, I guess, that was containing it. Although there was a lot of ghost matter in the area. And it seems like this is the source of all ghost matter. Ghost matter is dangerous, and there's like a lot of it everywhere, but it's not really like a catastrophic event. But this says if the stone were to rupture, the exotic matter would blanket the solar system almost instantaneously. So I think this is actually what killed the Nomai. That's what it seems like anyway. There's nothing else that like should have killed all of them in the solar system. Ghost matter was contained in the core, but under super high pressure. Yeah, it looks like this already ruptured. In fact, it literally is called, it says ruptured core right there. So considering it says ruptured core, it says it would blanket the entire solar system, and the Nomai were already here by this point. It seems like this exploded. Most life was wiped out. But then, okay, if we're going back to like a linear timeline, which I don't think I have it, but imagine this was a linear timeline. So the Nomai almost find the eye of the universe, but none of them get a chance to read these coordinates and launch a probe. Because, I don't know, they can't... Maybe they were like close to doing it when this happened, but as far as I know, none of them got to go see the eye of the universe. Maybe I'll meet one of them there, but we'll see. But anyway, all the Nomai in the solar system died. They could just be extinct, other than one that lives on the quantum moon. That is like Solanum lives on the quantum moon, and she... where does it talk about Solanum? Yeah, this one. Solanum has a hypothesis she may not be entirely alive. She may be basically being kept as a ghost by the weird quantumness of the quantum moon. But anyway, Nomai are basically extinct. You see their skeletons everywhere, probably because of the ghost matter from the comet. And then over time, I think the ghost matter kind of dissipated, and the solar system became habitable to life. At some point, where is it? Yeah, we found Solanum. I found most things, I think, unless there's like entire branches that I've not revealed yet. It's basically the Ashwin Project and the Sun Station I still have to do. But yeah, timeline, just to make sense of everything. Where is... Oh, the Nomai mines. Okay, I think this is really important here. The Nomai discovered a species of four-eyed semi-aquatic life forms in the waterways near the mine. So I think that's what I am. I think I'm evolved from those after the Nomai got wiped out. And, well, wait, I just thought of something. There's another thing that's a little bit... yeah, I found the vessel. And I found the thing that lets you put in coordinates. I think I finally understand how I'm supposed to use them. There's one thing that's a little weird, which is every time you start a loop over again, you see that thing that's orbiting around Giant's Deep, like, shoot off a probe. And I'm pretty sure that's the probe that's supposed to find the eye of the universe. But why did it only happen, like, hundreds of years later? I think maybe it has something to do with... I bet that didn't happen. I bet if I started a new game, that wouldn't have happened. I wonder... I also have a feeling if I were to start a new game and wait like 22 minutes, which is how long the time loop is, the sun might not go supernova. I think I set a lot of things in motion because it's too much of a coincidence that after like thousands of years of us evolving, like all of a sudden. In fact, I'm curious if even pairing with the statue is what caused it. Like, could I have maybe paired with the statue? Oh, right, I was going to go over to Giant Steep. Why am I, there's still explosions there. What is that? Oh, that's just the storms and stuff, I see. But yeah, I think it's not a coincidence that this time loop is happening like 22 minutes after I paired with the statue. And I think specifically when I died and the statue activated. Because they're saying the statue only activates if the project succeeds. I wonder if there could be some sort of like weird... Somehow that's happening in the opposite cause and effect order, where the project, i.e. that probe shooting from... Yeah, this makes it even more likely that like no Nomai ever saw... Because yeah, the very first thing you see at the start of the time loop is this thing exploding. Which I guess is the... No, that would make sense, because Nomai ever actually activate the Ashwin project before they died. It seems to activate the start of each loop and they managed to start each... They would have already succeeded or failed. Yeah, it seems like the repeated success or failure is happening now. I also wonder if the direction changes. No. I think I'm always in the loop where it succeeds, because me getting sent back is activated by the Ashwin project succeeding, I think. I'm looking for my buddy. This could be important. Wait, maybe I should... these are two-way, I think, but... That teleporter has already gotten me started thinking about the thing that I was trying to do, which is find the Ashwin. But first, I think I got a hint that I can learn how to meditate here, which lets me get through cycles in a more pleasant way, and probably a more convenient one. And when we see smoke, that usually means that one of our friends are here. One of our Outer Wilds Ventures friends. So I'm gonna go check out this smoke. This looks familiar too. I think this is the right place. Yeah, I'm thinking somehow I set all this in motion by looking at the statue and pairing with it, because that's one of the first things that happens in the game. I wonder if that's also the cause of all the supernovas. I found what happened to the orbital probe cannon. That's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop, for real? Okay, so this is relevant. Whoops. Accidentally clicked on something. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slade and Felspar would do. I'm pretty surprised that Nomai built something that actually broke. Broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing... Oh yeah, I guess we're going into space now. This seems to happen every time I talk to this guy. I guess this planet is just really turbulent. Can't go in there. Very dangerous. Maybe I can go partway in here? Yeah, I can go partway in here. Anyway. As we were saying. So can I use different dialogue this time? Over enthusiasm. Oh, he says the same thing. How do you remain so... I know, seriously, I meditate. Oh yeah, right. I had a feeling the other guy that was in time loops would be the one. When I got the clue last time, it had something to do with Giant Steep. And I thought, well, there is another guy that does time loops on Giant Steep, so that would make a lot of sense. Oh, am I just doing it now? Yeah, that's a lot more pleasant. I think it is always in the same direction. Can I get like a better look at that? There's also that thing. I don't know if that's important. Is that... It's not the probe. Can I do it at the pause menu? Yep, there it is. You're correct. Am I calmer now? No, I have all the same things to say to this guy. Okay, so... Now is the part where I actually have to do some puzzle solving, I think. My big goal is to get into the core at the center of the Ash Twin. And the Ash Twin kind of baits you because it's next to the Ember Twin. I think, surely I should just look at the Ash Twin first. I can look at it a little bit more. I'm going to approach this. The time loop effectively mean that one attempt becomes effectively infinite attempts. I mean, you can always count. Infinite is weird because you can always count that you're on like a finite one if you pick like the ordinality of the time loop that you're on, but there's also always going to be more, so it's sort of a... What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, like, from my point of view, I could never say that I've had infinite attempts already, but I could say that there will be infinite attempts in the future. Or maybe I'm like the probe, where all my failed attempts are like in one category and all my successful. But I was also saying that's why it would be like such a sacrifice if a Nomai was sent on the probe, because presumably they just die if they aren't the one that gets sent back. Maybe? Like how many time loops of memories would the successful one have? Would it just have one? Because of the randomization element? I'm not really sure. But anyway, I mean, I have plenty of attempts, so. Wait, they did number the attempts, which makes me feel like they could have some kind of order. Does that make any sense? Would the number, who would do the numbering? I'm overthinking that aspect of it. Anyway, what do I want to learn about the Ash Twin? I don't even know what my goal is here. I'm also on the wrong twin. I'm on the Ember Twin because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of clues for this, and I want to solve it with minimal spoilers, but that means I gotta look at a lot of stuff, which is probably not going to be relevant, but just in case, I gotta look at it, because I don't know the answer, so I gotta look at everything. This is... I think this is a teleporting station. This gets power. I think that's the high energy lab, actually. I don't think that's directly related to teleporting. They developed some of the technology for teleporting there, but I don't know if it actually like teleports to another planet. Here we've got lots of teleporting. We have all these statues, and I think you can actually figure out which statue goes to which other planet. Yeah, pretty sure that's the energy lab. There's something where they show you the designs of all the statues. I didn't notice earlier in the quest log. It seems like oh, there's an orbital cannon there as well. I wonder how relevant that is. One idea that I had is maybe somehow I can like, because I think if you actually look closely in these ships, you could get a couple of Nomai ships, by the way. They have like shuttles that are usually parked at the orbital cannons. I think they have like black hole or white hole crystals on them, or which one would make sense? I think black hole, because it makes more sense if the ship is going into its own black hole and coming out a white hole somewhere at a destination. And in practice, that just means you're resetting their location to where they started. But maybe there's a way to trick it into going to a different location. Maybe. That's one thought that I have. I could also see a station there on the Ember Twin. So that's going to line up with something. But then these... So I've also been given a clue about these two twins, right? So every planet has like a center. I guess it's sort of like the center of gravity. I don't know what exactly determines it. It's basically, for most planets, it's just the absolute core of the planet, right? And if you want to teleport to the warp tower on a planet, you don't need to be pointed at the warp tower. You need to be pointed at the center of the planet that you're going to. And then you'll end up on the warp tower. When I say pointed, I mean the black hole tower. Like, what's an example? One of these guys. These guys have like a little black hole crystal, or maybe it's a big crystal. I think, no. They only use big stuff for the time travel stuff. For location travel, they can make these tiny little crystals that have like a black hole or a white hole in them. So somewhere down there is going to be a black hole. I think they said that these are all, or no, somewhere down there is going to be I'm getting... No. Somewhere down there is going to be a black hole. And at some point, this is going to be pointed at some planet that you might want to go to. And if you're standing on the entry teleport, you get teleported there. I mean, the answer is almost certainly teleporting. I've got some clues about, like, oh, maybe there were cracks in the shell, or someone was in to investigate cracks in the shell after it was already sealed, which I think is maybe a clue that there's a way to teleport in. But let's check the exact wording. Is this like here, maybe? I think it was one of these cities. Where was it? Old Settlement? No. It would have been one of the Sunless City? It might be on one of these, actually. The White Hole Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Ash Twin project. And the White Hole Station, wasn't it the Black Hole Lab that had the text, like the Black Hole Forge? A warp tower's alignment point is not its warp receiver. Rather, a warp tower always aligns... Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say before, is that the twins, their center is not like the center of either planet. Because they're so close together, it's the place in between them, which I think you could usually see visually by the big pillar of sand that takes sand from the Ember Twin and puts it on the Ash Twin. Did you ever find that there is a way quicker entry to I never found it, unfortunately. I just went all the way in. I assume it has something to do with one of those cave things that I just didn't go down, maybe. The Hourglass Twins are so close together. Oh no, it's probably the teleporter. It's probably the teleporting rock that you could stand on. That's probably what it is. That would make a lot of sense if that was how you get in faster. The Hourglass Twins are so close together they function as a single astral body with a shared alignment point in between them. Yeah. All the warp towers were being constructed on Ash Twin with the 6 warp receivers. So yeah, you go from the Ash Twin to there. But I get a little bit confused about the direction, because it seems like when it's lined up, you could go into either one. But maybe that's only because you go into the receiver and it opens up the portal. So maybe you can't actually do it that way. Warp tower angles are not exact. They only need to be within 5 degrees of the astral body's center. This is another reason I was thinking about the shuttles, because I can't really think of a planet that I could control the rotation of. So if there's like and I also feel like it wouldn't make sense if there's somewhere that I just straight up haven't been to. This results in slightly longer warp windows that last roughly several seconds. Anyone stepping onto the warp platform during its active window will be immediately warped. And they talk a bit about like, oh, make sure you don't get warped by accident or whatever. This feels like this right here is the clue to get into the Ash Twin. High Energy Lab. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. We've got a 22... Yeah, this is where the time travel comes in. They could increase the negative time interval between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp core. So if you ever want to go back, there's a hole right next to the Nomai launch pad in Ember Twin that puts you directly there. Thank you. That's good to know. Statue Workshop. So you have the statue. I feel like the big clue for getting... Actually, wait. Is there... This is also a bit of a clue. I think this is a clue about you can't get in. Once the shell was finished, the Nomai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. And they also found our ancestors, but that's not important right now. So yeah, I'm inspecting the core myself if I can, but I don't really expect to find a way in this way. At absolute best, maybe I'll find some clues. I'm probably just going to rule out that there's like anything to see here, but there could be something to see. Oh, don't tempt me with the sun. The station looks really close from here, actually. So this is a warp tower. It's got these things like the High Energy Lab. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I feel like something just clicked. I feel like the... Because I was thinking, are there really like 6 warp towers that I just haven't seen? But I don't think there are warp towers. I think this is my memories that go in here. But then how does it work from space? I don't think that's right. Maybe you can only be reconstituted. Wait, now. I'm missing a few things. Okay. It feels like the game really wants me to know that I can identify the, like, this could almost be a way in, but the problem with this thing is it's going the wrong direction. And even if I use my little scout friend, he's not strong enough to overcome the... Where are the 6 warp locations or whatever? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like I can't think of, like, 6 places that would point... Like, I've seen warp stations on other planets. I don't know if I've seen... The towers they say are modeled after where they want to go to, but I don't think that's going to help me find where the receivers are. No, these must be physical things. I feel like if you could die in space and come back to the... Where's my ship, by the way? Did my ship float off into space because the gravity was too low? No, it's there. Yeah, I feel like there's no way they expect you to be lined up with the warp tower when you die or anything like that. So it's not just for memories. It must be for physical teleportation. Oh, what is this? Hold on a second. Have I seen this one? There's trees. That's kind of good. What is this place? Maybe this is a tower that, like, got destroyed. I mean, it's possible there is just a way in. I feel like that would... They've set up that there's a puzzle to do with teleportation, so there's not going to be a physical way in, I don't think. But I can at least... Ouch. I can at least look around. Oh, are those spikes supposed to be poking through the wall like that? I feel like that's not intended. How tall could these trees possibly be? Surely I'll see the bottom of this room soon. I also imagine the gravity's going to get lower as I go down. But yeah, I want to look at the receiver warp locations. There's warp towers all around the... I think around the equator. Beware of the sand column. Oh, is it possible it's going to slurp me up? I feel like there might be secrets to the sand column that I haven't realized before. When it said there was like a fixed warp point between them, I didn't really read that properly. I thought there was like stuff there. Like I thought the receiver, it was trying to say the receiver was there. It didn't say the receiver was there. It specifically was saying the receiver. Wait a minute. Is there actually stuff I haven't explored down here? I mean, I'm not expecting to find a way in, but this seems like something. I don't remember seeing this place before. Okay. This... I mean, maybe I just forgot, but this seems like... it could be something. So this literally just takes me out. Yeah, maybe this isn't anything. To me, this looks like a broken teleport tower. It's clearly broken at the top. I don't know... There's a certain level of consistency with... Oh, wait a minute. Oop. So it is a warp tower. So I could get teleported by this. I don't think that's going to help me that much. It takes a while for all the sand to drain out. It does take a while for the sand to drain out. Yeah, this is a warp tower. Okay. So, in my mind, I should be able to just stand here until I'm lined up with the center of whatever planet I'm supposed to be pointed at. There's also something that read to be like a clue. It said something like, oh, okay, we've got something happening. Where am I? Wait a minute, is this Timberhearth? Oh, this is Timberhearth. Okay, so Timberhearth lines up. Can I go to a different receiver on the same one? They really make a point of telling me that this stays open for several seconds. So, okay, here's what I could do. I've just had a thought. It talks about how there's one for each planet. There's one warp tower for each planet, right? So that didn't help me get into the core, which is supposed to be physically sealed off. Because it's not in the core, it's like at a higher up level of this building. and it takes me to Timberhearth. I think I'm supposed to do a little bit of process of elimination, either by looking at the towers and realizing which ones go to which planets from the, oh, someone died in their suit down there. Whoops. 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 There's a dead Nomai in their suit. Oops, let me in, let me in. Let me in. Oh, please, don't be in my way. No, 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 no. I should have beware. Okay. Wait, is this like the twins somehow? Wait, no, I'm on one of the twins. That doesn't make any sense. What am I trying to say? What is this? Have I read this? Oh, there's two. Why are there two? Where's the scroll that I could put in this wall? There's gonna be a scroll somewhere if there's a scroll wall. This is empty. Wait, where? There must be a scroll about somewhere. I mean, I would also happily accept getting teleported by these at the moment. Because... Goodbye ship. Oh, wait, did my ship go? Oh, no. I didn't need it anyway. It will be best pretty soon when I run out of fuel and oxygen. What is this about? I could go higher up. I have to imagine whatever scrolls are around here are going to give me clues. But I don't know where the scroll's going to be. Maybe the scroll... Oh no, there it is! This has been hidden so well. This is going to be important. Come on. You can't fool me. Where's the... How do I go down? This is going to be important. Okay, yeah, I'm getting clues here. I wasn't sure I would get any clues here, but it looks like I will. Careful stepping over this. Why is this not lining up? I feel like it should have lined up by now. Friends visiting from the Hanging City, we are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin's equator. I became lost on Ember Twin. My gratitude that Raimi found me. The High Energy Lab is the building with the large solar panels. I'm surprised I didn't see it. I imagine our otherwise immensely clever Kana would lose his own head if it weren't anatomically impossible. Okay. I don't think that's new information. I knew about the High Energy Lab. So these are going to line up with something, right? And then I'm going to get teleported there. This looks like it's about to line up with something. No? Was that not properly lined up? This is the black hole, so this should be the sender, and the other one should be the receiver. Was there just not a thing on that planet? Okay, is this the Giant's Deep one? And the receiver for this one doesn't... Oh, okay, we went somewhere. Where am I? Where does the writing say? Departure time charge. Step onto warp receiver platform to activate return warp. Okay, so this is... actually... Oh, is this just the other twin? How am I on the Ember Twin when... Oh wait, so this is when one points to the other, I suppose. Fair enough, okay. So we have... Yeah, that's Ember Twin. Yeah, okay. But then what's this about? Why are there like twin sender... This is not how the twins should work, right? This is like... You still only need one thing on each thing. Or maybe this is part of the testing? They made two? Maybe they didn't believe their results, so they just built another one right next to the first one to make sure. I don't know. So far we have... I kind of want to write these down, the ones that I've looked at, actually. I know I'm supposed to probably look at the design of the towers. So we've got Ember Twin, Timberhearth, and they're both on the surface. I'll call it the surface just because it's not in the core. That's the main thing that I care about. Yeah, why are there two? I mean, I guess the design reflects the fact that they're twins. I could maybe teleport to a different part of Ember Twin. But if both of the black hole ones are there, that doesn't actually help me get to the core of Ash Twin any easier. Am I going the right way around? I feel like this is the Timber Hearth one. I'm pretty sure this is the Timber Hearth. Oh yeah, this is clearly the Timber Hearth one. Okay. So we've got Timber Hearth. Yeah, my idea was if I see one... So there's also a tower going to Timber Hall. Now we found an Embertwin. Maybe there's a tower for each planet. Yeah, it said there was a tower for each planet. I'm assuming there is a tower for each planet. So my thinking is... one of these towers, I'm not going to be able to get to the teleporter because the tower is like further... Oh, what is this? Hello? We've got gravity crystals. What is down here? Oh, I can't read anymore because I'm too far down. Oh, unless I do this. What do you have to tell me? Here's our first delivery, Yarrow. 1 warp core, fresh for Black Hole Forge. Okay, so this is from Brittle Hollow. And I think I've read this as well. Yeah, this is the one where they're flirting on the scroll. Very unprofessional. Oh wait, I hear... Oh no, that's just the gravity crystal sound. So, I mean, this is not going to help me, right? All I need to know is where it goes. I don't actually need to know... I don't need to wait for all of them to teleport to know where it goes. This must be... Actually, wait. No, is this Giant's Deep? I feel like I've seen this, this type of... well, if it was, I just missed it. But I feel like it should still be glowing if it was activated like that. Why are all the planets lined up so conveniently anyway? But yeah, something about the architecture on this one made me think it could be Giant's Deep. Which one? Which planet is that? The 5 planets with teleport receivers. There could be one on the Quantum Moon, I suppose. And the Sun Station, I think, is probably going to have one. In fact, they specifically said, like, something, the sun isn't a planet when they were talking about the list of teleporters. So the sun could be one. This is not going to go because I've already seen the one for the twins. So I want to get to the sun. So landing on the Sun Station is apparently not intended. Get an achievement for it, but the sun isn't going to be my way in. My way in, I think, is going to be whichever one of these I can't find the black hole platform for because it's too deep underground. And maybe it'll just be in the core or something. I don't know. But... or maybe there's a secret teleporter that gets in that is not actually mentioned anywhere. You're just supposed to figure it out. I think I'm also going into the sun very soon. Oh, here we go. Am I going to the Sun Station? Nope, this is the Ocean's Deep one. Let me back in, please. Oh, no. Or Giant's Deep. Okay, let me write that down. Giant's Deep surface. Yeah, so we found Embertwin, we found Timber Hearth, we found Giant's Deep, so that leaves... Didn't I say... I think I said... Oh yeah, one of them is apparently Brittle Hollow, but I didn't actually teleport through it. So I don't know if I should trust that. I think I also... Oh wait, did that just open up for me? Let me back through. Yeah, I didn't actually confirm, did I? Or are we going into the sun real soon? That could be happening. Is this one that I haven't been into? I think this is a new one. How are you any day? I'm progressing with the Sun Station plans. Oh yeah, I've read this one already. I think they let you read the same one. Oh, I could hear the sudden music happening. I'm gonna go supernova soon. This area seems suspicious. Why is this area so suspicious? Time isn't paused. Yeah, right now it's not paused. I can't really see very well with all these thorns. It seems to be the case that, how am I supposed to... Can I, like, shoot into there and then it's... I'm probably not going to solve this puzzle before we go supernova, but I could try. What is up here? Hello? Doesn't look like the top is broken. Oh, there's the teleporter. This seems like it could be important. There's something written over there. Yeah, there's something written over there, and then... This could be the Sun Station one, actually, because... Cactus Jetpack Parkour. Wait, could this be the Sun Station one? But then I still don't get to the center of the thing. Are these two different puzzles? Cactus Jetpack Parkour, you think? No, surely not. Surely they don't want me to do something like that. Well, we're exploding. And then we can try this one again. This seems very suspicious. I wonder if I want to come here when there's more, There we go. Did I see text appearing for a second there? Maybe it was just my imagination. Surely not. I thought I saw like text in the upper right, maybe. I don't think it was saying ship log updated, because I'm pretty sure that appears in like the center top, if I remember. Or maybe it's the bottom. It's in the middle somewhere. It's not like left or right, I don't think. Unless it was like scrolling or something. I don't know. Anyway, that could be the Sun Station because there's writing about the Sun Station on it, so... And they're not going to make it that easy, though, are they? Surely I have to somehow get into that building after... Anything new in the log? Oh, that's a good point, actually. I should check that. I don't know what new thing would have updated, but if that really was the log... Oh, is that our quantum moon friend over there? Let's lock onto the Ash Twin and engage autopilot. I'm not sure I trust the autopilot here. While we're autopiloting... Okay, now it's good, now it's good. Doesn't look like it. I mean, unless it's hidden very well. An advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber of the Ash Twin. Oh, so I'm trying to get to the central chamber of the Ash Twin. The core isn't... I feel like for some reason I got the idea in my head that the core was on the Sun Station. Beware the autopilot. Oh, you probably are correct about that. Although no, I could see the speed, the velocity vector's pretty calm. Okay, we've learned a little bit. We've learned a thing or two. So I thought I saw Brittle Hollow as one of those. I don't think Brittle Hollow is going to be particularly special. I don't think I warped through the Brittle Hollow one. Time is paused in the log. Yeah, I think time is paused in the log. So that's one of my pre-flight settings. Okay, so we need a little bit more sand to be drank, but we can try to get our bearings in the meantime, I suppose. Oh, the sand hasn't even started being slurped yet. I'm really early. Just has a nice sandy Ash Twin. The Sun Station looks so close from here. I can't be a crazy guy. Whoa, don't get too... Oh no. The guy in Ember Twin has a campfire. Yeah, I could fast forward time a little bit, but I feel like it's going to be pretty early that I can start seeing the tops of the towers. Ooh, let's not lose control of gravity. It's not going to let me teleport underneath the sand, surely. That would be wild. Yeah, drink the sand, please. Don't drink me. Let's just see the tops of the towers, maybe. There's something over there. Is that the sun one? It's got like these little spokes on it. This must be the sun tower. This has got to be the sun tower. Okay, I could start planning my entry from here. I don't remember if I saw the top of the one that I was trying to get into. I don't think I got a good look at it. But whichever one this is, this will be the sun tower. How am I already burning through my fuel so fast? Let's like refuel the ship. It's because I'm using the boost too much, maybe. Fuel, oxygen. Maybe land a bit closer to the sun tower. There we go. This must be where we're trying to get in. Ooh. Sun station is taunting me as usual. Now look at this. If only I could like get sucked in from the top of the thing. Like, look at it. It must be lining up with red about now, right? It must have lined up just a second ago. So I could get out in there if I could land on the sun. And then this is broken. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was trying to get into. Nope, none of this, please. Goodbye, ship. Oh yeah, goodbye. I would park the ship there. Yeah, now it makes sense actually, because it goes over the equator, doesn't it? Let me in. Wait, is it actually easier with the sand? Oh, it might be. Wait, did I just do it? There's no way. Hold on. Could I get into this room before? It is easier with the sand. That's the secret. Okay, I accidentally solved the puzzle by being here so early. Now what do we do? Can I read something before I... let's open this for the sake of convenience. Because I feel like if I'm teleporting out, I could cause myself all kinds of confusion. Puzzle's been solved. Well, that's exciting. So all of the pain and suffering of trying to get onto the sun station, I could have just done this instead. I could have just come straight here and I would be presumably teleported to it as soon as this lines up. Oh, there it is. It's gonna happen. Line me up. Or is it the center of the sun that it needs to line up with? Do it. I'm on the sun station. I've done it. Imagine, I never needed to land on the sun station at all. There was no need. This is all new stuff. 281,042 years ago. No user commands. Is that how long it took us to evolve? Received for 10 minutes. All systems entering sleep. Okay. 6 minutes, 36 seconds ago. Increased solar activity detected. This is the start of the time loop. This is how long I've been in the loop. Sun station hull integrity approaching critical levels. Increased solar activity. Closing emergency doors. Warning, opens emergency door. Okay. So we're scared of the sun's increased activity. Ooh. Is this gonna work out for me? The music, oh, okay, we're just going. This feels very much like I'm locked onto that. Good luck. Pi, mission science compels us to explode the sun. Can't we change this? I don't enjoy working in view of such a morbid mission statement. But it's accurate. We're going to create a supernova for the purpose of scientific progress. That's our mission. Our mission is decide if such an irresponsible feat is even possible. Here's a better one. Mission, determine if it's possible to prompt the sun to explode. You lack a sense of humor. At least I don't lack a sense of ethics. Kindly refrain from going supernova on me before the sun does. So they did the supernova on purpose? Was that to force... Were they like stuck here? Were they the last survivors after the ghost matter stuff happened and they realized that it would activate the time loop somehow? I still don't. I still also want to know who the third. I guess I know who the third looped person was. Wait, were they counting on all of this to happen? Were they counting on like life to evolve and dig up their statues and bond with them? Okay, wait. Where am I going? Also, is the other question. Why would they cause the supernova other than, I guess, the things that have happened because of it? And why wouldn't they bond with the statues? I feel like they've shown a remarkable unwillingness to bond with their statues for the most part. Yeah, this looks right. Star has reached the end of natural life cycle, now approaching red giant stage. Warning, evacuate sun station. Approximate time until sun station is destroyed by expanding star, 3 minutes 20 seconds. Approximate time until star's death, 14 minutes. Oh wait, it gets destroyed quite early in the cycle. I didn't realize that. Ash twin projections. Am I finally gonna understand something about the ash twin that I didn't understand before? What happened? Did the sun station not fire? Fired Eero, but it failed. The sun barely responded. There were infinitesimally small surface level changes, but they were barely visible even to the third eye. The sun station is useless. It will never and could never cause the sun to explode. I don't know what comes next, my friends. I suppose we must start over, but I'm unsure how to start over. Return to Ash Twin first, my friend. Perhaps a change of task would help. Spire noticed a comet approaching the star system that we'd like to investigate. This is how they died. Pi, I heard for you, my friends. We all know how hard you both work. I can only offer my compassion. How are you? How is Idea? We're well, Eero, or as well as can be expected given the circumstances, though disappointed. I may have disagreed with exploding the sun, but I never wished the device would fail. I'd hoped our terrible work was finished. Oh, is this going to explain things in a way that makes sense? The sun and the eye of the universe are balanced with one another. What? What does that mean? They're like equal? They're of equal weight? What could that possibly mean? This is just the core, right? What is that? I still need to know what that is. There's like orange lines that I see somewhere. I feel like I teleported to somewhere. Maybe I teleported to somewhere and then I go through those orange lines. I don't think I'm done here as well. Is this mural not going in my ship log? Sun, eye of the universe. Equal. Equal on the scales. Same weight, same mass. I feel like these guys are very scientific. That's probably what they meant. Oh, I can get up there. Have I? Wait, hold on. I think I came from there. Have I been up here? This looks new. I think this is new. Oh no, I feel like I saw this statue. Is there a scroll I could get? Yeah, scroll shelves. Why were they trying to make the sun explode? What did they think they were going to achieve? We're pretty close to finding out, I think. Does it make sense if their goal was... Surely their goal wasn't for things to happen the way they happened. They must have, like, thought that someone was bonded with a statue when they actually weren't. Beware the sun. I think the sun might be what gets me here. They said I didn't have a lot of time. I'm actually done here. I can't be done here. That would be crazy. Can I just go back? And then jetpacked across between the twins? I can't be done. That's crazy. I can't help but notice it's a lot easier to like get around than it was when I was trying to land on this thing and getting very, very close to it, I might add. I feel like they may have changed gravity a little bit for the purposes of coming in here through the teleporter. Alright, back we go. I hope the ship is about to tell me that I found everything, but I guess I have made it easier to get in, so... Oh, my ship came back. Maybe? Oh no, it has not come back. It's just that the planets are 500 meters apart. How much time left? I did escape. It's close. This thing will keep me... Hold on. This thing... Is this thing actually that dangerous? Someone said it was like an 8 out of 10 dangerous, but I don't know if that's going to be correct. Doesn't seem that bad. No, slurp me up. Slurp me into the... Oh, nope, nope, my vitals are low. Maybe it is dangerous. How did I end up here? How did I get inside of this building? It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, we're rapidly approaching the ship, which means we're rapidly approaching the other twin. Oh, I'm gonna hit something pretty hard. No, 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 no. Okay, everything's good, everything's good. Beware the impact. No, the impact was fine. I just had to trust my jetpack. Let's land here and then get on the ship and everything's good. I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the cycle. Let's see if it says I'm done on the sun station. What am I actually supposed to learn? Yeah, it says I'm done. The sun station was designed to make the sun go supernova. The Nomai fired the sun station, but it had no effect on the sun. They concluded that the sun station could never cause the sun to go supernova. After the failure of the sun station, the Nomai took a break to investigate the newly arrived comet, which probably killed them all. According to a Nomai computer, our sun has reached the end of its natural life cycle. Is that what set all this in motion? But then what are the odds that I would bond with the statue right before the sun... That can't be right. It can't be natural. There has to be some reason why these things happen the way they happen. Okay, so I guess we're back to counting all the... Yeah, we can go back to counting these towers. We're trying to intentionally destroy the sun, but failed. What does destroying the sun accomplish? We must have decided that something in this... So there's the twins. There's the sun. There's Giant's Deep. Or did I decide that this was the other one? I should probably double check this one just to make sure. I don't think I went in this one. I think this one I kind of like... I saw something written about the Brittle Hollow, and then I just decided to go, but good luck you getting there. Thank you very much, Able to. I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like something good is happening. So we'll see how it goes. Wait. Where's the actual Oh, here it is, here it is. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I try not to park on the equator. Oh, I did it again. Am I going to have time to get off the equator? Ooh, it's going to be close. Well, I guess I'll be controlling the ship, so I'll be able to... Oh, just in time, just in time. Here we go. Let's park, like... This looks like a nice parking spot. Oh, wait, no, that's also on the equator. Let's go, like... Here. This one's fine. I don't know what's going to be under that sand, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. Right, so I want to go to the tower that is shaped like that, which I thought was Brittle Hollow based on the writing, I think, but that's really not guaranteed. They died with their spacesuits on. What are these guys up to? It's Giant's Deep. I thought it was Giant's Deep. You're probably right. It looks like Giant's Deep design. Looks like a giant typhoon. Probably. Oh, and it's all blue on the sides. Yeah, this one would be Giant's Deep, which I've already written down as... So we've done the sun one. I feel like if these are all on the... Which one is this one? Is this a new one? Is this Brittle Hollow? Yeah, this is the one that I thought was Brittle Hollow, but I never actually let it send me. So we can let it send me and we'll see what happens. Which planet is that? Is that Brittle? It's Brittle Hollow maybe. Yeah. Won't know unless we go there though. Oh. Yep, Brittle Hollow. Okay. Oh, this is how you solve that one puzzle. Okay. I see. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I think I saw that thing before. Brittle, hollow, is on the surface. Sun station is on the surface. So which one does that leave? Who am I not counting here? Timber Hearth, Ember Twin, Giant's Deep, Brittle Hollow. I found the intended way after all these years. After all these parkings. Okay, so let's, like... I feel like I'm still missing some... Ooh. No. I bet there is some shenanigans with the twins, maybe. Why else would they need to tell me that, like, I'm supposed to point at the area between them instead of the twins themselves? It seems like such a... Okay, so we've got the twins. That, I think, is Timber Hearth. I'm sure I went in that one. Wait, 1, 2... I feel like these are evenly spaced as well. That one... Have I been in that one? Or is that Brittle Hollow again? Yeah, that's Brittle Hollow. You can tell because of the gravity crystals. Brittle Hollow. Giant's Deep. The Sun. Wait a minute. Are there actually 6? I'm losing my mind here. Let's get a nice vantage point. 1, 2... So there are 2 teleport towers for the twins. Oh yeah, there technically are 2 for the twins, but I don't know if... When they say 6 towers, do they really mean it like that? I can look at the thing in the quest log. Let's look at the quest log. Where's the other one go then? Oh yeah. Wait, yeah, hold on. Is that the answer? There's no way that is the... You're just supposed to use this thing to teleport to itself. Okay. But then how does... Oh, it would do it when it's lined up with the center because they're the same one. Wait, is that just going to be the answer? Is it going to be as simple as that? Is that why they want me to think? Okay, that makes sense though. I think I went on the left one before. How do I know which one is which? They look quite similar. I feel like that other one was the one that I went in. Let's try this one. If we're wrong, we could just try the other one. Yeah, this makes sense as the answer. What is that? That's just shooting stars. I guess they didn't feel like making a teleporter for the Dark Bramble. Alright, come on, sand. There's the sand. I can hear it. The sun is looking awfully close. Sand? Where's my buddy? I see shadows. Is that the shadows from sand? No, that's the shadows from the sun being at a different angle relative to where I am. I feel like I should have... Nope. No, I hear it getting closer still. Build a tower in Ash Twin and still manage to point at the Ash Twin center. Yes, you could because of the way it works. That is probably why they told me that. That is probably why they gave me that. Oh no, but I've made a mistake. I've made a big mistake. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I made a mistake though. Well, I probably would have had time if I had dodged that. If I had dodged it, I think I would have had time. But now I assume it's going to be closed by the time I get back. Okay, that was a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So maybe what I need to do is I need to stand, like, off to the side? How far to the side can I be? Don't know if it's even... the planet's even going to survive for one more cycle. Okay, I could be over here, but then that's not... Both of the towers seem like bad places to be. Oh yeah, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to have to do another cycle. This makes sense as the answer, though. This makes a lot of sense. Where's the, I've already read that scroll, I think. Maybe? Pretty sure I've read the scroll. Oh, yep, I've read this one. High Energy Lab. Lost an Ember Twin. I should probably close up for a couple seconds. Yeah, I understand that. I feel like all I have to do is find a good place to stand where it's only going to take me a couple seconds to run back in. I think I understand. But I don't think it's going to happen this cycle. Oh, maybe just barely? I'm not going to have time to do anything, though, at this rate. Oh, wait a minute. We're out of sand, so I could technically check it out. Is there a cupboard? Oh, wait, you're talking about this one. Yeah, I could do that one. But not on this cycle. Am I going to teleport right as the sun goes supernova? I mean, that wouldn't be very helpful because I wouldn't be able to see anything. Yeah, I understand the cupboard is probably the correct solution. That's not gonna... Here we go. Back in. Put me right back in. It's all been revealed to me. This time maybe I could use the campfire. I feel like timed it that way. Yeah, because when the sand runs out, you no longer have to do that in order to do it. Do you have anything new? It's just for me to say to you. Do I have anything new? I guess is the better question. The answer is no. Crispy frog. I'm a crispy frog every time. Most of the time. Sometimes I get squished. Alright, here we go. Everything is making sense. I understand why the clues said what they said. Where's that? We could do campfire stuff this time. I feel like last time I had to wait longer than I expected because I didn't realize the sand doesn't even start until partway into the cycle. Hey, excuse me. Ember Twin, let's go. It's gonna stop. It's gonna be confused by the Ash Twin. No, maybe we're okay. Maybe we're all right. Let me on. Where's the... All I have to do is find smoke. There it is. Ooh. No. Match the velocity, please. There's the ship. Does the other guy just not do anything during time loops because he lost his ship and he can't find it? Did he lose his ship before the time loop, I guess? Before the time loop started. Whoops. Whoa. Why can't I fit through? Oh, there we go. That works. Hello. Are you the one that got really... Take your first launch... Hello? Mind the sand now. I found something. Oh, we're not going to tell him about the sun dying. I found stuff about the sun station. It's quite clever to devise a way to study the sun up close and personal. Must have been tremendously difficult to construct and hot inside. I can only imagine. I think time is passing while I talk to this guy, so that's another way to pass the time. I wonder how they were able to travel back and forth when the slightest slip-up would have meant a fiery death. Found Noma writing about a hidden planet. It's entirely plausible if you look at the physics of our solar system. We just have to be incredibly far out there, farther than Harthian ships would be able to travel. And honestly, we don't know all that much about what's out there. The farther you go, the less we know. As such, it's well within the realm of possibility that such a planet exists. Quantum Moon. I mean, I've been to the Quantum Moon, but I don't think there's a dialogue option to tell him that. Sometimes it disappears. Perhaps if I take a closer look at these star charts. What are you doing? Documenting stars. Oh yeah, this is the guy that gets upset if I tell him the universe is dying. Found your notes about Alrock's main crater. Partially made of ice, like a much colder giant's deep. It's hard to say. It used to be the 5th planet in our solar system. Its place is Dark Bramble. Was the 5th planet... Oh no, wait. So are the 5th planet and the 6th planet potentially the same place? He's talking about how something about the star chart makes it seem like there's a 6th planet. I was thinking maybe the Dark Bramble destroyed the Eye of the Universe, and it's actually... Because that's where the Nomai ended up, when they followed the signal. But it was like maybe communicating backwards through time, or it got destroyed while they were on their way. But then there was still... I don't know. It feels like there's some connection between Dark Bramble and the Eye of the Universe, because I don't remember much about the destroyed 5th planet. I don't think I actually have many notes about it either. Maybe that's like a post getting to the Eye of the Universe thing. All I know about the Eye right now is it has some quantum stuff going on, which Dark Bramble also seems to, but it works a bit differently than the Quantum Moon, so who knows? Okay, we're starting to open things up. The 6th planet being referred to... Yeah, the 6th planet it's implying is the Eye, because that's the 6th location that the Quantum Moon orbits. But I wonder if it's actually... Like, so when I say the 5th and 6th are the same, they can't be in the same place at the same time, because you could take the Quantum Moon into orbit around either one of them. So in that sense, they would have to be different. But maybe there's some time travel shenanigans going on. Like, maybe you actually travel back in time when you go to the 6th location of the Quantum Moon, and you can look up and see the Eye of the Universe. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't quite fit for the Eye to be the... Oh, it's not going to work now, is it? No, there's no way I can get to the bookshelf at this angle. Or the shelf? The cabinet? The cupboard? I have to wait another cycle. This one? No. Yes, maybe. I'll know once I see which one has the shelf, because that's clearly the intended solution now that I look at it carefully. Sand isn't deep enough yet. Yeah, but I think it's close. Surely one more cycle it'll be enough. Which I have to wait that long for the alignment to come back anyway. Well, it'll be close. It'll be very close, I think. With the broken roof. Yeah, it has to be. Actually, no, you're right. It has to be the one with the broken roof, because that's the one I got slurped out of. And we also know that, aside from the meta fact that they've made the harder one the one that is important, there's also the fact that I was easily able to do the other one, and I feel like I would remember if I solved this puzzle before. Technically, could I not just get... Oh no, if I got slurped up against that would be bad, because the sand would still be... Yeah, all I need to do is get under here. No, this makes sense. This all makes sense. Yeah, they specifically tell me all the pieces that I need to do this. They're like, it stays open for a few seconds after it's lined up. So that's how you know that it's okay to wait until the sand passes. And it has to be lined up at the center, so you know it's going to happen around the time the sand passes. And I forget what the other thing was, but basically you can use process of elimination. Which is kind of what I did here. I've kind of just been going through all the teleporters and learning where they are. Come on, come on. Wouldn't this be quite an easy one to do early? Like, you don't actually need to know all this stuff to solve this puzzle. If you activate one teleporter, you can do the rest through, like, trial and error and, like, learning what they do. But this feels like a really important one. I don't know. Let me in. Why does it look like it's not glowing yet? It doesn't look right. Let me in. Am I still missing something important? I feel like I did that right, but maybe not. Come to think of it, did the other one glow? I didn't hear any, like, sound. Did it already close? Yeah, maybe I have to, like, run out while the sand is still there. Because technically, at the second I run out, I'll be, like, touching the lip of this. The sand might pull me up a little bit, but I might still be... Oh, yeah, my ship is 600... I do seem to like parking it on the equator. I mean, if this goes anywhere, it's going to go underground, because there's no other... I haven't seen a single exit portal on this planet, so if these two are for the twins, then this one is for the twin that I'm on. So surely... Standing on it when the sand comes doesn't work, so... Stepping out didn't work just now, so I have to step out while the sand is still there, maybe. Or I need to find some other way to, like... Wait, what if I parked my ship? No, that wouldn't work. The physics wouldn't work like that. My ship wouldn't be able to block the sand. I don't think there's any way of blocking that. All I could do is just walk out right as it's lined up. But I feel like it should have started glowing while the sand was on it, and I didn't see it start glowing. Unless it was just too subtle of an effect for me to notice. Uh-oh, I'm low on oxygen. That's probably not good for exploring the core. And it's about to come, so I just have to hope there's trees in the core. Can't stand it before. Presumably it closes before the sand leaves. Yeah, that makes... I could probably just, like, run out really fast and be, like, within the thing. It is weird to me that I don't see it start glowing. Whoop. No. Like, is that what I want? Oh, yep, that did it. That did it. Okay. And there's trees. Okay. Yeah, I guess the effect was just a little too subtle for me to see. Purple portals don't glow. Oh, okay. 10 minutes, 31 seconds ago. Received data from previous cycles. That's me. Oh, wait, received data. When it says previous, does it mean future? Because the whole point is to receive data from the future. Masks receiving data from probe tracking module, Giant's Deep memory statue, Timber Hearth memory statue. Is this where... I might find out if my theory is right. 12 minutes until end of cycle transmission. Wait, so this thing knows about the 22-minute cycles. Why is it... It knows how soon it's going to have to do an end of cycle transmission. I feel like the sun-going supernova is intended to trigger the transmission. I still don't understand the cause and effect of me... Okay, let's learn. Today we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet. The Ash Twin Project, powerful enough to send information back in time. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Raimi's hypothesis was true. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Casaba is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis: it was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. What do you mean it was not by accident? Is this fate? Is being created by time travel? Cause and effect are all weird. Hypothesis: the cores could have been forged faster if Casaba had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is we are all connected through the Ash Twin now. That also means I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Can I take a closer look at the statues? Yeah, this one fell off. I don't know if I got a good look at that before. So maybe someone else was supposed to be in charge. This one does not have eyes open. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then if anyone can goad a device into exploding, then that too is likely Avids. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avids that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? Aboard the cannon? Surely they don't mean aboard the probe. They would only need one person on the probe, right? Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they're truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. More data before we shut down the project. So they can check all the other... So these projection stones are just like showing all the important places to the plan, I guess? That's one way to interpret it, I suppose. So here they're like checking about like the black hole and the white hole. And... But that's not where the 22-minute thing comes from. I feel like that was one of the earlier parts of the project. Such as going the last for Solanum, maybe. My theory is that the last one is for a Nomai that was on the probe, but I don't know if that's like there's hard evidence for that. Pi and Idea have worked. It would make sense. That would explain why Solanum can't die. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the sun station, and last is complete. If everything goes as planned, the structure will prompt the sun's explosion, which will. That's what the supernova is for. The supernova explosion makes the Ash Twin work. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task in more ways than one. Okay, we're nearly ready to activate. That makes a lot of sense, actually. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here's what will happen. First, the sun station will receive the order to fire at the sun, prompting it. Imagine, no, you could have seen this there's nothing stopping you from getting here really early in the game. Using the energy from the result, other than not knowing that you need to, I guess. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Okay. Wait, why does that give the... Okay, the energy, the high energy is needed for the time travel, because that increases the time window. The orbital probe cannon, does that actually need to be that high energy? Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the sun station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last for precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. By dying? Is that what they're saying? Timber Hearth. My gratitude for the latest shipment, Oeno. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. This is exciting news. Can offer a set of... Oh yeah, I've read this one. So they get the ore to do the... I mean, they're acting like all the planets were important, but I feel like Timber Hearth is, you know, not one of the least important. It's one of the least exciting ones. So this is all about the statues. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. What is this supposed to mean? They don't want to be trapped in a million cycles while they die over and over again until the probe goes to the right place? Is that what they're trying to say? I feel like I'm reading too much into this theory of mine, maybe. Maybe it's not. They'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. Statues will also activate in the event of failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Astra project, the statues will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Okay. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. So stuff gets sent back in time then, but they never fix anything. So the Ash Twin is so that their memories get sent back in time. These words are difficult to write. The sun station did not work. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there's another way. Suppose we redesign the sun station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we could still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer. I think that's what ended up happening. But you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. Does that mean the memory time travel only occurs as the probe found in either the eye? That's what I'm thinking. Well, I guess all of this gets set in motion by the sun naturally going supernova. It still doesn't explain why I happened to pair with the statue like right before all this happened, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We are halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be. I feel so sad for these guys. They're just curious guys. And they got killed by the comet just because they wanted to take a look at it and see it. Artificial gravity control. Is that... Wait, why are there two things? Hold on. Let me read this before. Let me stop looking at this. Can I... I'm not looking. Can I read this before... You're about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Yes, I want to access the... Oh, hello? Removing this core will disable the Ash Twin project. I don't think I want to do that. Hello? No, come back down. There's more to read. Wait, I need to be really careful with that. Is that actually true? There's no way. There's no way that's true. What is this? I don't think I want to remove the core then, because that's... I would only get one shot, right? I feel like that's... oh, no. Why did I do that? Maybe you did pair with the statue in every previous loop, but since it only now discovered the eye's location, it only now activated the... But then, what are the odds that I paired with the statue so close to when the sun naturally went supernova, is what I'm saying. Like, there was hundreds of thousands of years for my entire species to evolve and become spacefaring. It seems like it's not a coincidence, but maybe the Eye of the Universe will make it more clear. Oh, should I meditate? Wait, how do I know? I have to be really careful if this is like, I only get one chance. I feel like I should meditate, and I feel like I should meditate. And I should also check that the ship says that I'm done here, and that I just... Well, no, the ship isn't gonna say I'm done here because I haven't gone to the... Whoa, I don't want to do that. I'm saying that I don't want to do that. Why did I disable... Oh, no. Oh, wait, I only disabled the gravity so that I could get the core. I mean, I could do this part, but I don't want to take the core out. There it is. That's the core. Okay. So I know what I have to do. How can it be coincidence? What are the odds? Like, we could still be, I don't know, we could still be in the Bronze Age just as easily, surely. It feels like we evolved quite fast as well. Alright, I'm gonna meditate until next loop. Just to give myself the maximum amount of time to minimize failure. Okay, we're gonna minimize the chance of failure here. If it's really true that it disables the Ash Twin project, you happen to be the closest being to the statue 22 minutes before the supernova. Spend half of the time, let's make us see all the info, maybe just simmer on it a bit longer. 250 level. Probably use that to replace the broken one in the vessel. Oh, no, I figured that out. I already figured that out. I understand what I have to do. The only reason I restarted the time loop is because it said on there that it will deactivate the... Yeah, I understand exactly what it wants me to do, but it said it would disable the Ash Twin. Surely they wouldn't do that to me. Surely they wouldn't do that to me if I failed. Oh god, wait, how deadly is this next part? This next part is pretty deadly, isn't it? I just realized I have to go through Dark Bramble. Oh no. Yeah, no, I don't need any more hints. I think I know everything that I need to do. Well, maybe later I'll need more hints about the story, but I think I know how I get to the Eye of the Universe. It seems quite dangerous if it really does disable the Ash Twin project. Wait, I feel the more I think about it, like, I mean, time is confusing. Time is confusing. Would it just delete my save file? It wouldn't just delete my save file, but I guess it would almost be like, if there really is one chance only, what would really be the... Well, the effect of failing should be that I'd fail over time travel was pumping a supernova worth of energy to the warp core. Without it, you wouldn't be able. That's what I'm saying. Is like, in theory. Well, one way of looking at it is I couldn't time travel. Another way of looking at it is, 22 minutes ago, my memories would be exactly the same as the last loop. So from the point of view of like imagine someone could watch. Like, imagine there was someone that could time travel, but they couldn't interfere with anything, right? They would just watch me doing the same thing over and over again that I did on the last loop, because my memories wouldn't be sent back, which would mean that my actions wouldn't change at all, unless there was like some weird random chance involved. It seems like it's strongly implying that, like, yeah, even if it deletes your save, the player still knows all that you know. But do they know all that? Oh, no. Oh, that's extra confusing. If it's diegetic that they know that what I know, then I have no idea what that means. Because their memories shouldn't be able to be sent back. It has to become non-diegetic. Oh, you, the player. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, me, the person playing the game, I still know everything. So I would still know what to do. I don't know if the game would give me all of my, like, nice, convenient trackers. It would be quite sad not getting the quest log achievement, I guess. It's not actually as bad to mess it up as I thought, the more I think about it. The game mostly relies on you, like... But that also makes it feel more likely that they actually would go through with it. Devs probably won't... They shouldn't, right? That would be a little wild. It's just a weird thing to warn me about, is that the Ash Twin project will be disabled. It's a weird thing to warn me about. Maybe it's just to spook me a little bit, but they don't actually go through with it. Alright, let's... It makes sense, though. I feel like maybe they just say that because that's the logical conclusion of how this should work, because they've already explained what the energy core is for, like what its purpose is. Wild and out there. It is wild and out there. You could say it's we're out of this world, we're out of these wilds. Where's the, have I memorized the tops of these? It should be easy, because there'll be a pair for the twins. Uh-oh, wait, it disconnected me, hello? Reconnected? Maybe there's some kind of bad ending. I have no idea. I'm sure I could look up all the things once I beat the game and I don't have to worry about spoilers. Let's go over here instead of the time loop sequence. Well, the bad ending is the sun goes supernova and then nothing else happens after that, and I guess the universe dies, which is a pretty bad ending. I think we still haven't found a solution to the universe dying as well. Presumably that's what the Eye of the Universe is for, because it's older than the universe. So maybe it can tell us how to find another universe. Maybe it's us who traveled to the beginning of the universe to make the universe, and we could remake it a little bit better this time. When I say us, I kind of mean the Nomai, and I kind of mean my people. Why does it keep disconnecting me? Hello? It says I got disconnected. Is this my internet at fault here? Wait, is this gonna cut out in the stream? How's this gonna work? Just disconnecting. The ship is right there. Okay, wait. Try and reconnect. Why is it? Oh, chat disconnected. So presumably that's separate from the stream. I don't know. It says I'm connected again now. Yeah, it looks like everything's still working. Okay, yeah. I think the stream is good. Looks like. Why did it say chat disconnected? Specifically chat. Who knows? Yeah, but the fact that the black holes don't light up actually makes it a lot less likely that someone would figure this out by accident. It seems very unlikely, actually. You know what would be absolutely fiendish if they intentionally timed it so that there was no way to... Because technically I don't know what I have to do after... Oh, nope, disconnected again. Chat. Disconnected from chat. Maybe I should, like, pause here. Hold on. Should I just like refresh it? Wait a minute. Oh my god, okay, wait. I just realized one of the docks that I was successfully connected. So I've disconnected 3 times and reconnected 3 times. And it thinks I'm connected now. Chat's been saying it's disconnected a couple of times, but video still seems to work. Okay, that's good that video. I don't know why just the chat would disconnect. That seems weird, but who knows? Computers are very mysterious. Yeah, I was saying, like, it would be absolutely fiendish if they timed it so that I had to go in, like, right here. And any later cycles and it doesn't work. Especially if they did delete my save as well. Does that mean I just miss chat messages that are sent while it's disconnected? That's very confusing. Okay. Banned from chat for spoiling the ending. That's a bad ending. Wait, hold on. What are we saying? The couple of messages failed. Banned for spoiling the ending. At least I didn't see the ending then. I'm about to find the ending pretty soon, I'm sure. I'm about to see everything answered. Let's get some sand in here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the core. I've read everything. You know what I completely forgot to do though is, well, it's gonna say I have more to do there because I have more to do there. I have to get the core. So surely, okay, then we go in. Okay, so there's the artificial gravity controls. We're gonna be fast. We like being fast here. We probably want to open the core first and then turn off the... Oh, I'm already losing time. I'm getting all messed up with my gravities. How have I done this to myself? Where am I? Oh no, this is not a good start. Oh, I'm getting spun by this thing. This is a terrible start to my mission. Oh no, please don't tell me I'm stuck like this. Oh, there we go. No. Good. Wait, is the artificial gravity still somehow off? That can't be right. Or is it just really weak gravity? Oh no, it was really weak gravity. Okay, so then we're going to... Maybe I should turn it off first. I don't know if I like the default gravity settings of this area. All right, we're gonna open it up. We're gonna have courage. No more Ash Twin Project. Nope. Artificial gravity is still spinning. We match velocity. Oh, you know what? This is gonna make it way more intense when I have to input the come on. There we go. Give it to me. I see the warp thing. I know how I'm gonna get out. Oh, yep. We got the warp core. And now it's all over if we die, presumably. Take me to here. Okay, and then the ship is right behind me, right? I actually managed to not park in the wrong place. Everything's mostly going good. All right, we have the warp core. So now, it's playing music like something really intense is happening, and it probably is. I am done there. We know where to go. Oh, it's playing the music like it's all ending. That's not good. You're gonna have to get past the fish. Oh no, do I actually? Even with the tracker. Oh, that's not good. Okay, things are going bad, but we could recover. You tell me I have to get past the fish. In one try even. The autopilot The autopilot is not actually my friend, to be fair. Okay, there we go. All good, all good. So we want to go to Dark Bramble. This time we're going to watch out. Where's the other twin? It's behind me, isn't it? No, it's not behind me. Okay, so now that I'm in space, don't know if I needed to be in space for that, but what we could do is we can go to the vessel, mark on the HUD. Very important, very, very important, that step. This might save us some time. I was kind of hoping I could avoid the fish by like... Oh, wait a minute. How did I even get past the fish? I left the ship, didn't I? But I don't need the ship, I just need the warp core. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe it would show me a path where I didn't have to go through that one thing. But no, it's going to be the same, isn't it? It's going to be exactly the same as before. Ooh, the fish are going to be a problem, aren't they? I think what I did is I went up and to the right. Disconnecting so many times. Hold on. Do I need to fix this first before I try to beat the game? I keep thinking it's fine because it says it's connected and then it sits there for a bit. When did it start doing this? Maybe it'll be fine now. It's connected now. Okay, we're just gonna keep an eye on that thing. It says it's connected. Okay. It says it's connected. All right, into Dark Bramble we go. Everything's gonna be good. We're not gonna die on this run or any other run. This is just winning. Ooh, okay, wait, no. This is... Which one do I go for? There was a red one. There was a red one which had fish. I think I go to the farther one. This is different than what I encountered before. Okay. Do I want to go through here with my ship or not? Oh, this is terrifying. Someone was saying that it, like... The white one goes to the place you had to shoot the scout into. Wait a minute, I could shoot a scout into here and look for scary anglerfish. No, this one's fine. Oh wait, the white one goes to the one you had to shoot. So that is bad then. I do want to go into this one then. That would make sense, I think. Yeah, because eventually it would lead to that one. When you couldn't lock onto the vessel. Oh, I hear something. No. In I go. No choice. I just have to go in. Oh no, this is bad. It's gonna graze him. Eat the ship while I'm not in it. Eat the ship. I'm dead. So they're both deadly. Wait, do I get it? It's not gonna delete my... You are dead. Okay. It doesn't delete my save though, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, these, you know the other time I got these credits? It was when I died before I actually, it was when I died before. So the only way to do this that I've actually found that works is, it's a death trap. Yeah, the only way that I found game license revoked, it deletes it from my Steam. That's so sad. Of course they put it... I do actually have to do quite a lot over again. I don't have to do all the quest line stuff over again, but there's a lot of stuff that... Well, maybe it's not that bad. Okay. didn't delete my file. I didn't think it was going to, but yeah, I have gotten like a canonical like actual death that doesn't get twinned before, or ash. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't get I don't get brought back in the loop. And that was right at the beginning. I think it was because I stepped on a geyser. And I didn't realize it was going to shoot me like 100 feet in the air. And that one played credits as well. It played the credits and it just sent me back. And that one I actually did not have a save file by that point, so I actually did have to start a new game again. Which surprised me quite a lot, but it makes sense that that would be why. Very unfortunate ending. I could do campfire stuff. I don't know. I want to be right there when it becomes possible to get in, so it's sort of in my best interest to do that. Fall damage, yep, exactly. Fall damage during the very, very beginning section is what got me the first time. I don't have to wait that long. It's not actually that bad to wait. Just to make sure I have as much time as possible. Oh, they can't make it easy for me right at the end. They can't make it too easy. Where are you, twins? Where are the twins? The twin teleporters. Is that them? No, that's something else. It's a different one. Okay, maybe you do actually have to wait quite a while to do it. Maybe it's not that convenient. Well, wherever I park my ship, it's not going to be that bad, right? Well, I don't know. I might as well stay in orbit around this thing to... This is fine. Ouch. What? Did I get donked? I seem to be on full health, so... should be alright. Am I on the equator? Is this a safe spot to park? Don't know if I trust it. Maybe move the ship. Yeah, I think I was on the equator there. We're just going to drift around. I'm very patient. So it's... I mean, I can look at the arc that it's moving. It's moving like that. So maybe I... definitely should have gone to the campfire, but now I feel like it's too late. So... it goes at this angle, so I could just go over here. Wait, why does it still look like... oh, it's not coming towards me anymore. It's gonna go past the ship if I'm sitting here. So this is... I think this is the last cycle. Solar collectors are on the poles. Oh, that is helpful to orient myself. So yeah, if the white portal is actually the one where it ends up being too small to go through, then I will have to go through the red portal. And the red portal looks like it took me to the same place anyway. And the only way that I've found that actually works, maybe there is a secret to getting past the fish that I don't know about. It seems like there's no way to send the ship in a way where it'll float past them. But I've managed to go out of the ship and get past them on one attempt. I think it was when I was going up and to the right as I was going in. But I just don't know how much it matters. Next cycle, yeah. The next cycle should line up. Where's the cabinet? I mean, it's either the next cycle or the one... I mean, it's got to be... Oh, no, it will be the next cycle. I remember now. This becomes visible, and you can walk at it, and then you can stand on the part that's not the sand, and then the sand pillar comes, and then you go, and you're good. I don't know why I'm stepping out. That's an unnecessary risk. I'll just wait. I'm just too curious. I want to spot it. I want to see it coming, so I can be ready. Okay, this is a good place to stand, I think. I can hear it. Wait, no, maybe not. Maybe that's just the sound of the sand draining right at the end. Oh, I think, okay, this time I think it's coming. I could definitely hear it now. Okay, here we go. Step one, go in here. Step one, go in here. Okay, and then get lined up. We go in. We don't fall off the edge of this thing. But we do go the fast... Oh, wait, what? Okay, we can go the fast way. Just don't fall off to the side. We turn off the... Gravity. Wait, hold on. Did this stay like this? Hold on a second. Artificial gravity control. No, down is off, surely. And we open up the core. And hello. Yep. Just like this, And then this is the part that makes it dangerous, at least canonically. I think. Wait, what was that? I think I remember super funny attack in the cockpit. There's emergency ejection lever. It's surprisingly reliable at giving enough momentum to dodge the fish. I could try that. Oh, I don't know if I want to try something new though. That sounds a bit scary. I like drifting past them because then I never have to run away from them at all. Then I just sort of you know, and I could have done this at the beginning, but I don't think it makes a huge difference since I'm paused when I'm making view entries. Oops. Where's Dark Bramble? There's Dark Bramble. The vessel is where we want to go. I mean, I'll keep it in mind, but I don't know. It might be a bit too spicy for my reaction times. I'm gonna try the one way, bottom right of your cockpit dashboard. Like, wait, there? I don't actually see it. Oh, wait, I see it. I see it. Okay. Eject cover. I'll keep that in mind, but I would like to just take advantage of the fact that they are blind and hopefully just drift past them like I did before. Thing is, I failed at that a few times as well, so that's a bit scary, but it's the only one that I have experience succeeding at. Is going out and drifting past them. And if I'm careful, I might be able to orient myself before I get close to them. Maybe, just maybe. I don't think the, let's not crash into that thing. There's a big red up before entering the red orb. Is it really about the speed, though? I feel like the speed is not the issue. The issue is the angle, because if I'm pointed at one of them, then I absolutely have to use either jetpack or thruster in order to not to touch anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to touch anything if I can help it. The problem is I'm usually pointed right at their faces after I go through the orb. The only time that I wasn't pointed at their faces, I think, was when I was going up and to the right as I was going in. And I didn't come out going up and to the right, but I did come out at an angle where I didn't touch them. It's the red one. It's going to be the red one. And we've learned that all sides of the red one are about the same. I also know that I could get eaten by one early if I'm not careful. The angle going in, it shouldn't matter, but it seems to, because I've gone in with my jetpack and been pointed at their faces, and I've also gone in with my jetpack and not been pointed at their faces. So somehow I got two different results. Okay, well, if I adjust early, maybe it's okay. I just need to, if I'm going slow, maybe it's not so bad. Okay, am I pointed at his face? No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay this time. It's gonna be really close. I might touch his antenna. I don't know if that has a hitbox. Ooh, there's 3 of them. Since when are there 3 of them? I won't touch your tooth. Everything's okay. Oh, everything's okay. We just keep floating. We just keep floating through the void of the dark bramble. I'm completely silent. I am completely silent. I can hear the sound of my breathing, but they can't hear that because we're in the vacuum of space. The only thing... Actually, wait, how do they hear thrusters? I guess there is some kind of medium here, or it wouldn't be so foggy. I also hear a slight sound of gas being expelled every time I turn, which kind of makes me nervous to turn around. Oh, are they snoring? Is that what that sound is? Oh, I'm still very close. I haven't actually gained that much distance at all. It's a good thing I didn't try to move at all. Well, this is the most dangerous part, surely. I just need to... I don't want to take chances. I want to get nice and far away from them. Your angle changed to straight towards the red dot when you entered the orb. It did. It wasn't the angle that I went in at, but somehow I wasn't pointed at their faces like I am sometimes. Okay, I don't hear them waking up. The jetpack is quiet enough at this distance. There's all their eggs. Or what look like their eggs. Very gentle on the joystick when moving. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I see one. Ooh, that could have been bad. I did not see that one until I was kind of close. Oh, it could still be bad. I'm just gonna scooch to the right, gently. Oh no, I don't like the looks of this thorn. Is the thorn gonna stop me? No, please, no. Just a little bit of jetpack. Not too much, not too much. I can hear him snoring. Just a little bit more this way. We're going to the vessel. I'm on a controller, yeah. The thing is, I could tell that, like, I can adjust, like, I could push the control stick very lightly, and I could push the shoulder buttons very lightly, but it's so sensitive. I guess I could change my sensitivity specifically for this part, but I think I'm past the really dangerous bit. Are there actually more of them than last time? There shouldn't be, because that's not how time loops work, but you know. Maybe I just didn't see that many last time. Oh, the music's getting exciting. I don't see any anglerfish around here. There's the vessel. Shouldn't be any more from now on. Yeah, I didn't remember there being any last time I was here. And that's the entrance, isn't it? Right there. Remember the code? I have it written down. So that should be fine. That shouldn't be an issue. I should have everything that I need. We're gonna see the eye of the universe. We're gonna fix everything somehow. I do remember I can get oxygen in here, which is quite convenient. I remember I figured out the infinite fuel glitch, which is you use, it's not a glitch, it makes perfect sense, but it's, you use oxygen as fuel, and then you, yeah, we forget about that one. We're gonna use the one that works. Look at that, we got all, insert the warp core. Oh, that made it have gravity. I wonder if that's gonna make this part easier. I wonder if I didn't need to do it at 0 gravity. Wait, come up, come up. Why isn't it? Oh, because I have to do this bit first. Right. Fair enough. All right, let's put in some directions. We've got this one, and this one, and this one. No, I said this one. Yep, that's the first part of the code. Then we turn. Then we've got this one. This one. Nope. Okay, but I know how to fix it. We fix it by doing that. I need to be a bit closer, I think. Yeah, that one. Oh no, this is good. This is good. That one, and then that one. Okay, and now the last one. Bottom left? Wait, does it make a difference? Surely it doesn't make a difference. Please? Wait. Is something wrong with the bottom left? First one is wrong. Is it? First one has the bottom left, like that. Wait, not like that. Oh, are we saying it's like a... Because I've written down like a V shape. Are we saying it's like this kind of V shape? Like that? Because what I wrote down looks like a less than sign. I can't check it from here, can I? Bottom left of my screen. Oh, bottom left of my screen. Oh, I see. No, okay, I see what it is. It's like that. Okay, fair enough. I did not see that. I actually thought I had to go with the one that I wrote down. That's right, isn't it? How much time do I have till the sun explodes? That's right. What I've done is right. That one is also right? Yeah. And we've got one that uses all of these. The most difficult one. But not really, because a lot of them are like next to each other, so you don't have to do weird crisscrosses. That is the last coordinate. Yep. And now, make me nervous. No, it's all good. Everything's good. Thank you for, here we go. Thank you for helping me catch that. That would have been really unfortunate to go to somewhere that's not a good place. Where's the eye? Is that you? Eye of the universe? What is this thing? I've got full fuel. Did my fuel get refilled at some point? And did that door close at some point too? Oh, the window. Is the window gonna be like gone? Can I talk to you? Eye of the universe? Oh, I think I could go down here maybe. Wait, what is this? Is this the transmission from the eye? According to yep, older than the universe itself, we need to send a message. And then we warp to the approximate coordinates, not the exact coordinates. You're the first person who thinks of fuel once they see the eye. I don't know, I didn't want to have everything fall to pieces right at the end. Am I crazy that, like, this door closed when I did this? I guess I'm supposed to, take this back. Maybe the door closes when it's time to warp for some reason. I'm not quite sure what the connection is, but... The door did close, okay. What about this? Oh, probably the thing pointing to the... Hello? Okay, that's convenient, I guess. Is this the right way? Am I on the eye? Looks like the right kind of place, because it looks like the quantum moon. Gravity is quite intense here. I still don't quite understand that thing that had the scales and the eye equal to the sun, but I wonder if this is going to go to the beginning of the universe, if that's why it's older than the universe, is because it's had more than one universe lifetime. 2.4 times grav. Yeah, like somehow stuff gets pulled through here, it goes to the beginning of the universe. You know what the ending could be? The ending could be like the implication that the problem of the universe dying is going to be solved the same way that these time loops were solved, but on a much bigger scale, right? Like it could be implied that I'm going to go back through the whole universe over and over again through the eye. Although I don't know how I would get back here to do the small time loop out of doing the big time loop, because I would... Hello? This is the nice central area. Hello? Hello? It was nice of you to have trees, Wait, why are you trying to scare me? Don't be scary. Maybe I want to go to the South Pole. Oh, the gravity's getting higher as I go. Yeah. Maybe? It's been on 2.5 for a while now. Okay, this looks important. This is the reflection of the eye that we saw on the moon, I think. So yeah, we're seeing quantum shenanigans, which is to be expected based on what happened on the moon. Am I gonna get schlorped if I stand? Wait, do I want to get schlorped? I probably want to get schlorped by the eye. Is this right? Do I go down or do I go up? Can I go up? Oh, this is what the moon was reflecting. Yeah, the moon reflects whatever it's near. Is this a hole or is this a... Oh wait, is this one of those, Oh, that's not good. For a second I thought I was stuck there and bad things were happening. It seems kind of like I can walk on this. Oh yeah, so with gravity happens now. And I go through the eye. I actually don't know what to expect. Maybe I'm gonna go to the beginning of the universe. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one behind everything. It would be nice to talk to a Nomai or a friendly, I don't know, sapient life form rather than whatever is happening here. This is a bit scary for my small Hearthian brain. Hello? What is this going to be? Are these guys more important than I thought? Hornfels? Why is it so dark? Outer Wilds Ventures was founded by Feldspar, Gauss, and Slade and Hornfels to explore a solar system at the end of the universe. Hold on, what? That's not right. That's not what it said before. What are we going to learn? The Nomai never got to see it for themselves, but thanks to their efforts and technology, a Hearthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. It is the museum, but they've changed what everything says. The plaques all say different things than they did the first time I was here. I recognize the museum. But quantum. The radio tower in Timberhearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite and house some of the last ever photos taken of the entire solar system. Hornfels noticed a curious anomaly in one of the photos, but it ultimately went unexplained. A curious anomaly, you say? Could it have been the quantum moon? Could it have been this thing whose orbit is different than the rest? No, that's the camera, right? The camera is supposed to orbit like that so that we could get nice photos of the solar system. A curious anomaly in one of the photos. It wasn't a star-going supernova in the background, was it? Oh no, it might be that planet that's like spiraling upwards. Maybe that is the quantum moon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the quantum moon has to orbit something, so I'm not really sure. At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed. Now it's in the past tense, under its own gravity, and then exploded in a violent supernova. Are we going to see a plaque about the extinction of the Nomai? Of all the life forms who perish in the oncoming... Oh, that's not a Nomai at all. Maybe check the photos again at some point. Of all the life forms who perish in the oncoming death of the universe, we will miss the anglerfish the least. There's the sun. There's the twins. There's Timberhearth. I think it's that. That's Timber. Oh no, that could be Giant's Deep. Not sure. Oh, I can double check some of this stuff. We won't miss the anglerfish. There's something here. I can't really see it in there. Oh, wait a minute. I can do this. Okay, this makes it a little bit easier. Wait, does that mean I could see the other photos? We've got the teleporter. The photos at the station, not these right now. The actual photos, okay. Is there a gravity crystal? They've taken away the gravity crystal. You can't have a fun little playground in this spooky quantum museum. The Nomai who came to our solar system were following a signal from the eye of the universe. They perished when the interloper arrived. Okay, so that is what we thought. That makes sense. Bringing it with the deadly substance we called ghost matter that flooded the entire solar system almost instantly and without warning. None of them survived, not even on the sun station. Wait, is this? I saw this, right? Harthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. Yep. The one that bonded with that statue. Oh, I feel like that might be the last thing. Wait, can I look around before I observe? This is odd. According to my redshift calculations, every single galaxy in this image is moving away from us. In fact, the farther a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. But if that's true, was everything closer together in the past, and how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? Hornfels observations. This is incredible. At first I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies. And this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I need to sit down. I guess I'm observing this. Ooh. It feels like the eye of the universe is communicating with me, so it is conscious, maybe. I think they tried to act like that was ambiguous, but is this the universe? Is it called the eye of the universe because you can see the universe? Hello? Oh, so these all go supernova. Are these stars just going to go supernova when I get close? I don't like the fact that I have normal fuel and normal oxygen again. Oh no, but there are trees. What? How am I in a forest, but also in galaxies? Is each of these a universe? Or is each of these a galaxy? Wait, what causes them to pop? I hope it's not me touching them. It's interesting to me that there's like, I did not think to do my signal scope at any points during these. I also can't seem to change the frequency very much. Am I supposed to be looking for my friends? Yeah, these guys are going supernova. Are these just all gonna go supernova and then something else is gonna happen after? I hope something else happens after. That's what's happening first. Down go supernova when it gets dark. Oh, and then we've got a buddy. But I can't change to the quantum frequency, so I guess there's no way to... Where do you want to be? You want to be right here? You don't want to move? It's very cinematic. Unidentified signal. Oh, this is quite scary, the way they've done this. I'm sure it's friendly, though. Hello? Is that me? Turned into a tree? Oh, my flashlight is flickering. I think the Eye of the Universe likes to mess with me. Maybe. So it feels like it is sapient, or something somewhere along the line is sapient in a meaningful way, because that whole museum sequence, it felt like it was talking to me. Very, okay, so now, don't burn it. We just want to get it golden brown. Can we do that? Is this somehow a metaphor for, oh. Can I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do here. Other than cook the marshmallow. I hear spooky sounds. You want it golden brown. You don't want it charred. You don't want to burn your marshmallow. Oh, okay, it was definitely about to get burned there. That's good to eat, maybe. Okay, we had a nice marshmallow. Is that... Wait, were these trees here before? I'm not allowed to rest by the fire, so that's not an option. Wait, can I, like... Wait, is the forest getting bigger? Also, oh wait, hello. I didn't see you there for a second. Esker, do you hear music? I hope you're the Eye of the Universe and not the real Esker choosing to be spooky and mysterious, because I would prefer that you just be yourself if you're the real Esker. But I think you're the Eye of the Universe, maybe, in disguise. Do I hear music? Oh, you know what? I know. I'm sorry. That was a clue as to what I'm supposed to do. I'm fine with the Eye of the Universe acting like that. That's just who he is. That's the kind of guy he is. So he can do that if he wants. How do I get in? Is there like a... Of course it's like this. Of course it's like this. No? Wait. Why is it that I can only hear... Oh, there's a banjo in there. It's very spooky. Can I mean, I can tune in if I want. It says unknown even if I... The other ones aren't around, are they? It's just that one. I found the source of the music, maybe. Do you hear music? Okay, I'm supposed to do something. Fair enough. Can I make it move? Maybe that's the secret. Is it getting more? Oh, I think it's getting more... Yeah, the building was not in this condition when I first looked at it, was it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Maybe. Changes. Yeah, I understand now. It's doing quantum stuff. Gather. Flashlight. And then it's just all gone. Where's my buddy gone? Where's the fire? It's over here. Esker. More friends. I can turn my flashlight on and off to do quantum stuff easier. Alright, you forgetting someone? It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure we'll need the others for this next part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush. Take your time. It might not even exist here. Time doesn't exist here, you say. Ah. Why have we... You don't need to set up skeletons of... You don't need to do that. Okay, this seems a bit nicer. This is a familiar instrument. What? Hold on. Hello? Okay. We've got our harmonica buddy. The eye is definitely, like, conscious. It's definitely messing with me with these shenanigans. You can't tell me this is just a natural phenomenon. A cross-old bark. In the ancient glade. It's always dark. Something. Wait, are there multiple things that I should be tracking at once? Hello? I might have done that bit incorrectly. Maybe. Oh no, this is just a pan flute, I think. Quiet shade. Cross-old bark. In the ancient glade. It's always dark. What? Oh, there we go. Right, who has the flute? Do you have the flute? So you're getting the band back together. Go on, find the others. I'll be here. You don't need me yet, but you will. Are you forgetting someone? Yeah, we got to get everyone together. Come on. Don't do this to me. No. Why would you do that to me, Why would you put anglerfish? Wait, I got an instrument. Oh no. Actually, you found me. Nice to have company around a campfire, isn't it? Go on, get the others. Wouldn't want them to miss out. I feel like this is implying that like the eye like posed these skeletons. Piano. Why is it like cracked like this? Oh. Oh, okay, I understand now. I understand now. Wait, hello? I don't know if I should be doing this yet, should I? This feels a bit wild. Unless I do this and come back. Wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm ready for this yet. I said I'm not ready for it yet. Oh, hello? Oh no, okay. We could do it in that order. So is that gonna be Solenum? Who's that gonna be? Do you like music? Did you guys have music? Hypothesis. Everyone must be here before we begin. Once they arrive, I believe we'll be ready for the next step. I'm glad you remembered me. You don't speak my language. You can't fool me. You're the eye in disguise. Maybe. Or maybe we all ended up here. Maybe it's okay. So... So I did something wrong there. The real eye of the universe, the friends we made along the way. Maybe. I can see it there. Rotate. Wait. I could definitely see the thing that I want to get. Maybe it's a scout thing. Maybe it's a scout shenanigans. I feel like the launcher is maybe reminiscent of my scout launcher in some ways. Oh, I could just gather it like this? I don't actually have to touch it? Okay, I can gather it with my eyes. Fair enough. Everybody's here? Ready to make some music? Should I get out the old harmonica? Here goes nothing. Time to start the music. This should be cool. I'll save you for last, Selena, because you... Or maybe Esker. Everybody do your music. We're not alone in the universe, and that's pretty good. You just whistle. I think... Conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. It's time to find out. This song is new to me, but I'm honored to be a part of it. That's nice. Oh, look at that. This looks good. This looks like a friendly orb. I see a lot of shadows of things that are maybe from my journey. Maybe not from my journey. Can you explain this? I believe we've reached the end of our journey. All that remains is to collapse the innumerable possibilities before us. I'm not ready yet. It's tempting to linger in this moment while every possibility still exists. But unless they are collapsed by an observer, they will never be more than possibilities. I learned a lot by the end of everything. The past is past, but that's, that's okay. It's never really gone completely. The future is always built on the past, even if we won't get to see it. Still, it's time for... I had a good time learning. I think the rules are about to change. How long has it been since I got to make music with everyone around a campfire? I'm really happy we're all here. Me too. Got a little close, don't you think? Well, it worked out all right at the end, I suppose. I hope there are beasties in the next one. What do you mean beasties? There were beasties in this one. The fishes were beasties. I'll tell you what, this has been really fun, and I got to help make something pretty cool, so I've got no complaints. I mean, not me exactly, but close enough. It's the kind of thing that makes you glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, you know? Alright. Let's go. What comes next? I admire your curiosity, friend. Let's find out together. Are we going in? Do I go in the orb? Do I look at the orb? I go in the orb. Oh, all right, let's go. New universe, new possibilities. This must be just making a new universe, right? What else could it be? My helmet seems to have shattered, which is a little bit scary. Am I watching the birth of the universe? That's what it feels like. So maybe the eye is from a different universe. Or maybe it doesn't make a difference. If the eye could change things, then this basically is in a new universe when it goes back in time. Just like I was in a new situation when I would go back in time. Outer Wilds. So why did I see the statue? when was the statue found? Like, something led to the statue being found, I think, as well. If certain things that the Nomai set up were related to the development of space travel for the Hearthians, and like stuff happened really close. I bet if I went back, it would make sense why things happen like this. Or maybe it is just something like Destiny, but with I don't know, the cause and effect of the eye. Oh, that was really cool. I think I like predicting stuff. I think I said pretty early on that thing about the eye. Well, to be fair, I basically got handed the answer in Giant's Deep, so it's not that surprising that like they used probability to probability plus time travel plus the giant boost to the probe to find the eye, right? I think all the pieces were there for pretty early on, and then they hint that the time loop is related to the black holes and the high energy lab when they're like, oh, with enough energy we could put this up to about 22 minutes, which is the length of the time loop. I really like how everything comes together neatly. But I feel like, I don't know, for all of the like scary stuff about the universe ending, it's a very friendly game world. I feel like it's a very friendly, there's something about like going around on the planets and just seeing your buddies. It's a very simple touch, but I don't know. It just makes everything feel closer together. And also stuff is literally close together. Like the planets are literally like a few 30-second flight apart from each other, which makes it feel very cozy. I like how cozy the game feels. I like how everything comes together neatly. I think it does make the Nomai feel really smart that they combine all these things in this way to like, I don't know, find a solution to this really bad situation. And it's very sad that they get basically killed by their curiosity with the meteor. I don't know, the Nomai are very likable throughout all of this. They're just like very curious, they love science, they love learning, and they're trying to take care of each other. And I guess they were kind of stuck anyway at the point where the comet wiped them out. Like, they maybe could have eventually made a stronger sun station that could have made it go supernova, but... Is there a reason why the Eye would prefer it? Now I'm trying to think. How could things have gone differently if the Nomai were the ones who... Like, let's say their plan had worked perfectly. Would something bad happen if I'm thinking the Eye is sending me back to the beginning of a new universe? Also, could I survive going into a new universe? Did I die at the end? That would be really unfortunate. There was a big explosion and my helmet was kind of cracked, but maybe it's okay? I don't know. What would I even do if they gave me like a new universe to play with? Like I said, it feels like the Eye is just a much larger scale version of what I was doing. It feels like it's just resetting because all of these stars are going supernova, and then we see this big light that looks like it could be the Big Bang of a new universe. That's what it feels like. It feels like that's what's been set up throughout the game. It would make a lot of sense, I think. But yeah, I really like the puzzles. I like I don't know. What am I trying to say? I like puzzles that they make a lot of sense when you solve them, but that doesn't necessarily make them easy to solve. Like, what's a good example? I think there are a lot of pieces I figured out, right? Like, I figured out I would have to teleport into some of these places. What are some like good examples of puzzles in this game? Now I'm thinking, I did solve some of them by accident. Like, I solved the Cyclone one by accident. That one wasn't so much like you could logically solve it. It's more like once everything's pointed out to you, you're like, oh wow, that's actually really interesting. Okay, no, we got some more. 14.3 billion years later. Am I somehow still around? Was I kept safe by the eye? Was I cryogenically frozen? What's that blue energy? Oh my goodness. We got a lake. It kind of looks like every planet is being hollowed out. But why would that be the case? Wait, oh, it's bug people. It's different. It's different. They have 2 eyes and they're like bugs. Wait, is this just how the eye does stuff every time? They said it's the first time. You know what? I don't know if we actually needed to go into the... I don't know if the eye needed us. But I guess observers do change the behavior of quantum things. So maybe we did change its behavior somehow. I don't know. I don't know how exactly. Are things just going to be the same if I go in? Echoes of the eye. Hold on. When did the echoes of the eye get echoed? Okay. This looks the same. I saw it. I saw the eye. But apparently this version of me didn't know. You know, I haven't actually been around and talked to people much since it's getting to this part of the game. Is this just going to be the same? Where do I find the DLC? Hello? Blasting off your ship. Didn't time travel back to this. Yeah. Everything still seems the same. I can't tell anyone else that I'm in a time loop, so the character doesn't remember. Yeah, my character is presumably in the new universe, if I'm alive in any sense. Other stars are too far away. What are you looking up at? Launchpad is fine. So maybe somebody needs a new porch. I think it's just the same. I think it is the same from before. I'm just looking around a little bit. Set loop and quit to main menu. Yes, sure. Wait, so I have this DLC, but I don't know if it affected my current run or if I have to figure that out. I mean, I think I'm dead for tonight anyway. I'll figure out what's up with the DLC later and probably start, now that I've seen the ending. Well, actually, I don't want spoilers for the DLC if there is more DLC content. It hasn't yet. The DLC hasn't come up yet. Huh? Interesting. Okay, well, I'll try to figure out what's up with it next time. I'll take a look and figure it out next time. But yeah, I really love this game. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I had a lot of fun with you guys giving me tips on things like the sun landings and the orbital mechanics. One last thing, the ejection lever in the cockpit for the funsies. Okay, I could do that one. That's going to be very fast. I could do that. Okay. We got to do that one. Echoes of the eye. I'll put the suit on. I don't know how much that's going to help with getting ejected, but... Oh, I got a... I survived? I survived the eject button. Hopefully they don't mind that I did that with the ship. So this is my launch day. These guys didn't even... I'm going to have to think a lot about the cause and effect here. Not only did I bond with the statue, but this just happened to be my launch day where I was an astronaut going into space. It's my first solo mission. But I think when they were telling me my mission, they were like, yeah, just do whatever. Just fly around and do, I don't know, just have fun. Probably do mind it can't fly anymore. It might be able to fly. Where did it go? It's no longer being tracked, which is probably a bad sign. But that's fine. We got loops. We got loops for days. Many days of loops. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure out what's going on with the DLC next time, I think. But yep. Had a lot of fun with this game. This is definitely in my top puzzle games. I think I like the story. This is one of my favorite stories of the puzzle games that I've played. I feel like I have to rank the puzzles separately from the story. This is a really, really nice story. It's very charming. I really like the Nomai. I really like the Harthians. I don't know, everyone is likable except for the anglerfish, I think. I don't like the anglerfish very much. They're nasty creatures. But yeah, it's cozy, it's charming. It feels very, very good to solve the puzzles in this and see like things like the teleporters working the way that you hope they will. I'm trying to think of another example. There was something else that did something cool besides the teleporters. But those are the main ones. Oh, when I was able to land on the quantum moon. That was really, really fun when it like let me land on the quantum moon because I was taking photos of it. Also, problem with trying to rank the puzzles, many are quite yeah, everything in this game is interconnected, which is another thing I like about it. Like, some of them have slightly more tenuous connections. I think Timber Hearth was unfortunately a little bit irrelevant because all they did was mine the stone that made the very, very core of the Ash Twin. And then most of the Ash Twin stuff was constructed using materials from the Ash Twin itself anyway. So they had some mining stuff here on Timber Hearth, but that was about it. All the other planets seemed like they were a lot more important to the Nomai's plans. But in a way, Timber Hearth was the most important because it was where the Harthians evolved, and the Harthian was the one that finally completed their project and went into the Eye of the Universe. But yeah, I'll have to think more about why it just happened to be my launch day 22 minutes before the sun naturally went supernova and things like that. Sorry. Yeah, I'll come back and take a look at the DLC and figure out how that works. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your comments. I will see you next time. Looks like I had 8 concurrent viewers, so thank you to all 8 of you for watching. That's actually more than I usually get for these. This game is slightly more popular than maybe Lorelei. See you around.